अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ, तू स्वर की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, तेरी शरण हम हमें प्यार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मुनियों ने समझी, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा पुराणों की वाणी। मुनियों ने समझे, गुनियों ने जानी, भाषा पुराणों की बानी, हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या का हमको अंधकारा दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मैया उतारे तेरी आरती, बरसारो महाकृपा। सबको नैया दुखों से तू ही तारती, बरसारो महाकृपा। लक्ष्मी मैया ओ लक्ष्मी मैया उतारे तेरी आरती, बरसारो महाकृपा। सबको मैया दुखों से तू ही तारती, बरसारो महाकृपा। लक्ष्मी मैया अंधन देने वाले तू ही जग को पाले। अंधन देने वाले तू ही जग को पाले। दया से तेरी हम सब जीवन सबको तू संभाले। दया से तेरी हम सब जीवन सबको तू संभाले। लक्ष्मी मैया उतारे तेरी आरती, बरसारो माँ कृपा। सबको नैया दुखों से तू ही तारती, बरसारो माँ कृपा। लक्ष्मी मैया तेरे भक्ति जगारे मन में निश दिन करते वंदन। तेरे भक्ति जगारे मन में निश दिन करके वंदन। तू है शक्ति परमेश्वर की काटो भव के बंधन। तू है शक्ति परमेश्वर की काटो भव के बंधन। लक्ष्मी मैया उतारे तेरी आरती, बरसारो माँ कृपा। सबको नैया दुखों से तू ही तारती, बरसारो माँ कृपा। लक्ष्मी मैया प्रेम का दीप जगा के मैया आरती तेरी उतारे। प्रेम का दीप जगा के मैया आरती तेरी उतारे। है जग ज्योति कष्ट निवारिणी हर लेना नियारे। हे जग ज्योति कष्ट निवारिणी हर लेना नियारे। लक्ष्मी मैया उतारे तेरी आरती बरसा दो माँ कृपा सबको नैया दुखों से तू ही तारती बरसा दो माँ कृपा लक्ष्मी मैया लक्ष्मी मैया लक्ष्मी मैया This month of Kartik is most auspicious. It is known as Damodara Mas. One day, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, as a little toddler, was being a little bit naughty. As you know, as little children, we tend to be naughty. Running around, doing things when mommy say don't do. Mommy is very busy. Yashoda Maya was very busy. And so, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, as a little toddler, will go and he will cause a lot of mischief in the homes of the gopis. He will go and he will break their butter pots, and he will steal their butter, and he will eat their butter. And then, you know, when the ladies come, when the gopis come to Ma Yashoda, and she say, your son is wreaking havoc in our lives. He's eating our butter. And when Yashoda Mai turns to Bhagwan, he says, you taking butter, you're taking butter, you're stealing butter from the gopis. What he says? Maya muri मैं नहीं माखन खायो मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो Oh mother, I have not eaten any butter. I mean, then we'll look at Mother Yashoda with these very poppy looking eyes. You know the eyes that your child gives you, and then you say, oh God, so sweet. My child is the best child. My child will do nothing wrong. And then Yashoda Maya would look at the other gopis and she would say, you're coming to accuse my child. Accuse my child. But one day, the Lord was caught. When he was caught, Ma Yashoda was left with no choice. Cornered, she said, I don't know what to do with you again. I have to punish you because if I don't, then I can't get on with my duties. And so, she took that Lord and she took him into the yard and they had a big Oakley. A big, big Oakley. You know what's a Oakley? Oakley is a mortar. Long time it didn't have blender, it didn't have Oster brand and all of those things. It didn't have food processor, but they had Oakley and Musal, right? So they had a big Oakley, very huge. And so she said, I'm going to tie you to this Oakley. I'm going to tie you to this Oakley. And so she got a piece of rope. And so, as she tied it around Bhagwan Shri Krishna and tied it to the Oakley, what did she discover? That the rope was 2 inches short. So it cannot wrap around the belly of Bhagwan Shri Krishna as a little child. She goes and she fetches more rope. She attaches it to the rope that she already has and tries to wrap it again. What do you think happened? Again, when it's time to make the knot, 2 inches short. She goes again, tries to wrap, and then 2 inches short. So, when you think you're in control, things always seems to be out of control. My Yashoda says, "Oh, Bhagwan, why don't you let me do what I have to do? Allow me to tie you so that I can go about and do my duties." And then that little baby, he smiles. And so gently, when Yashoda Maya tries to tie again, she realizes that she has enough rope to make that knot. That is why it is called Damodara Mas. Damo Uddara. Uddara means stomach. The one whose stomach has been bound. Bound not by anything other than the surrender of the mother, the surrender of the devotee to him, to his mercy, to his love. And so this is a very auspicious month. That katha goes on. Bhagwan Shri Krishna will take that mortar and he will put it between two trees. And when he passes through them, the mortar will tear the trees apart, releasing the Gandharvas that were cursed there. But he's called Damodara Bhas. It's called Damodara. He's called Damodar because he allows himself to be bound by the wills and the wishes of his devotees. This auspicious month is so great for meditation and contemplation of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, and for the worship of his dearly beloved consort Radha Devi, for the worship of the dearly beloved devotee Vrinda, who we know as Tulsi Mata. So, let us take the opportunity to chant the name of that Lord Shri Krishna, as we will do from now until the 5th of November. That is the entire month of Kartik. Let us not miss the opportunity to chant the name of that Lord. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. One of the most enchanting things is that the katha of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, especially as a child, is so exciting and enchanting to listen to. Listen to Hari Katha, chant the name of that Lord, worship the Tulsi, light your diya under the Tulsi tree if you can, and you will see how auspicious this opportunity that you have not let pass, how much benefit it will reap to you. So let us chant the name of that Lord. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Even though the mic is on, you still have to sing loud enough for the mic to pick it up. Alright? Prem se bolo Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki. Devotees, we are in the Sapta Skanda, the book 7 of the Shrimad Bhagvatam. And we are looking at the Katha of Bhagwan, Shri Narasimha, and his devotee, Bhaktavatsala, Prahaladji Maharaj. We are in the Ashtamo Adhyayaha, the 8th chapter of the 7th book of the Shrimad Bhagvatam. Let us engage in reflection of the Sumiran as we engage this evening. Baba, I don't have my copy of that Sumiran. I have the copy of the other one. Redhi Sedhi Data Sedhi Sadana Varana Varana Sumiro Baramban Madana Kadana Kilalako Ganapati Kripanidhan Jnanakani Ananda Bhavana Dehu Mohi Varadan Varno Bhasha Bhagavata Jai Shiva Ananda Kanda Bhutanatha Bhava Bhaya Harana Bhakti Vidhe Niradvanda Gauravadana Mangala Karana He Braja Chandra Mukunda Braja Bhushana Dushana Harana Katau Bhava Bhaya Panda Charana Sharana Kilalakara Jai 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 Jagadish Sevata Shesha Mahesha Cha Mahimamita Abhaveva Veda Veda Janata Nahi Dehu Mohi Varadan Radha Varayaha Varasada Prema Bhari Musakan Nita Chita Me Kata Kata Rahe मोहि चलिए कछु नाही और तपस्तु प्रबचकत की बसी रहे मन माही यह बाकी जाकी सदा लिए लखुतिया गायन के पीछे पीरथ ग्वाल बाल लिए साथ मोर मुकुट शिर पर धरे कर मुरली उर्माल शीश मुकुट कति पीत पता या छबिसो नंदलाल बसहु हृदय मम निसी दिवस गुरुपद रज धर शीश कहूँ भागवत की कथा जो शुक देव मुनीश कही परीक्षित नृपति सो वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय शरणम. Devotees, we have had such a wonderful journey into this situation between Prahalad and his father. Prahaladji Maharaj is the son of the very, very powerful Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is one of two demons, two daityas, two sons of Diti and sage Kashyapa. Born with demonic tendencies, these two sons of the name of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu waged enmity with all that was good and right within this world. They were very powerful. Hiranyaksha, having plunged the earth into the depths of the ocean, the Lord took that avatar of Varaha, the boar, and so removed the earth and lifted the earth from the depths of the ocean, therefore protecting the earth. And in that course of action, he slayed that Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu, the older brother, seeing what has happened, vowed that he will wage enmity with Bhagavaan Sri Vishnu. That he will wage enmity on the devotees of Bhagavaan Sri Vishnu. And so he wreaked havoc upon the world. Not content that he had enough power, he engaged intense tapasya to Brahmaji. And when Brahmaji appeared, you think it's only good people does do hard work? People with not right intentions also doing hard work as well. While you sleeping in the night, the thief, wide awake, plotting how to come into your house. Hard work does always have a reward. So you go say, how come Hiranyakashipu is so wicked and he has wicked intentions? Everyone has to reap the fruit of hard work. So when the negative people are working hard, you have to work harder. Because God sees no difference, He only sees the effort that is there. And Hiranyakashipu, having attained the blessing of Brahmaji, he asked Brahmaji, he says, Lord, I want to be immortal. Brahmaji says, from time immemorial, no one has been immortal. That which is born must die. That is the nature of the universe. There is no constant, there is only change. And therefore, you cannot ask to be immortal. However, you can ask for conditions by which your death may be difficult to obtain. And Hiranyakashipu thought, O Lord, let me not die by a man or a beast. Let me not die inside or outside. Let me not die on the ground or up in the air. Let me not die by weapon or by poison. Let me not die in the daytime or in the nighttime. And let me not die by the hands of any being that has been created by you, O Brahmaji. And Brahmaji put his hands together and raises his hands and says, Tatastu, so shall it be. Everyone is in anxious anxiety because how would it be possible to kill Hiranyakashipu when he has asked for such a difficult condition? Hiranyakashipu, believing that he is immortal, now continues to wage war against the world, bringing the world to his knees, waging enmity with that Lord, Bhagwan Sri Vishnu. But you see, there's something so amazing, and we will touch on it in this katha. You may make the Lord your enemy, but the Lord will never make you his enemy. The Lord is a friend to all, even when we are negative. Even though Ravana, Lakshmiji, you were just in the Ram Leela now? Even though Ravana had so much of hatred and he waged war with Bhagwan Shri Ram, Bhagwan Shri Ram always looked upon Ravana with love and compassion and said, "Oh Ravana, I wish not to have any enmity with you. Just give me back Sita and all will be forgiven." The Lord is friend of all, enemy of none. So, will you choose to make the Lord your enemy, or will you choose to be a friend with the Lord? Hiranyakashipu chose enmity, but from his seed, from the womb of his Dharmpatni Kayalu, is born a magnificent individual who is known as Prahalad. Even at the age of 5, Prahalad was a great devotee and embodied all of the good qualities of that Lord, of a devotee. How did he embody it? Because he had learned about devotion to that Lord within the womb, while his mother was in the ashram of sage Narada. And so Prahalad was always, even at age 5, always chanting the name of that Lord. Narayana, Narayana. Narayana Shri Narayan. Bhajre Re Man Narayan. Bhavabhaya Bhanjana Jana Manaranjana Sankata Mochana Papa Vimochana Narayana Shri Narayan Bhajale Re Mananarayan. He was always kind to everyone. He always offered a smile to everyone. He was always calm and peaceful and loving to everyone. He wished no harm on anyone. Those are the qualities of a devotee. And Prahalad had all of them, even at age 5. But his father waged enmity with the Lord. And his father had vowed that anyone who was on the side of Vishnu would have to be persecuted and tortured. Look at it today. We have the opportunity, and so blessed we are in Trinidad and Tobago. We have the opportunity to come to Satsang, to listen the glories of God. Do we take the advantage of it? The empty chairs tell you the answer to that question. We say, Binu satasanga vivekana hoi, Rama kripa binu sulabana soi. Binu satasang, without satsang, the ability to discriminate, to see clearly will not come. And satsang itself will not come without Rama kripa, without the blessing of the Lord. Baba, you know when you quote that, you think you're convincing people? I recently heard people say that, well, if I didn't show up in satsang, it's because I didn't have Rama kripa. So they now turn it on us and they say that is the reason why I couldn't make it to satsang. Bhagwan Shri Ram didn't bless me. That is called kumati. That is mantra. You take the word of the Lord and you turn it for your own convenience. You cannot make that the excuse to not come to satsang. You have to be able to make every opportunity, actively pursue the opportunity to be of service to God, to uplift yourself by yourself, but to never put down yourself. One man was shaken. He was trembling. He was trembling, shaking violently, looking very, very unwell. And then another man saw him in the road, and the other man came up to him. He said, "What's going on with you? Why are you shaking like that? Do we need to take you to the doctor?" He says, "No, I just went by the doctor." So the man said, "Well, if you just went by the doctor, what's going on with you?" The man said, "Well, the doctor just told me to get this prescription. And when I look at the instructions on the bottle, it says, shake well before use." We take the kata of the Lord and we turn it to suit our own purposes. We have to make the opportunity. We have to have proper thinking. Prahaladji, Hiranyakashipu has banned the opportunity to have any devotion to the Lord, to utter the name of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, to utter the name of God. He has forbidden it. And when Prahaladji tries to do his devotion, Hiranyakashipu gets angry and he sends his child, his 5-year-old child, to the Gurukul, where he has instructed the teachers to preach hatred and enmity to the Lord. But Prahaladji is very resolute. In the face of all the difficulties, in the face of all the hatred, in the face of all the fear, he does not leave that which he knows is dharmic, that which he knows which is right. And he is 5 years old. I keep harping on this. He is 5 years old. Ask yourself, if you were facing the challenge that Prahaladji was faced in, where There is so much of negativity, so much of difficulty, so much of enmity that is coming towards you for sticking to the path of Dharma. Would you stay on the path of Dharma, or will you cave? Some people, when the cloud set up in the sky, a little drizzle come, they say, me a going again. Even though they have the capacity, they say, me a going again. We cave so easy into the demands of the body and the demands of the world. We get so distracted. But Prahalad is resolute. And you see, when you are resolute on the path of goodness, it will capture the attention of others. The other children start coming to Prahalad. They start coming to Prahalad and they say, oh, Prahalad, I am not sure what we're learning from these people. You teach us. And Prahalad teaches them about the greatness of devotion to that Lord, of seeking the self, of seeking the reality. But eventually, the teachers will realize that what Prahalad is speaking is contrary. It is contrary to the instruction that Hiranyakashipu has given to them, which is to ensure that his son does not engage in fraternizing with the enemy. And so they decide that they will take Prahalad back to Hiranyakashipu. And that is where our katha begins. Narada is explaining to Yudhishthir, who had inquired, how is it possible that a father can have hatred to a child? On the banks of the river, Parikshit Maharaj has listened to Shukadev discussing the nature of this katha. And in the Naima Sharanya Chetra, Shaunaka is explaining to the 88,000 rishis about this very, very interesting showdown that is going to take place here. Between the most powerful demon, Daitya king, Hiranyakashipu, who has been granted near impossible powers of immortality. He rules the heavens and the earth and the nether regions with fear. He has inflicted troubles upon everyone. He has anger and hatred and resentment. He's short-tempered. The slightest thing you tell him, he runs up against you. And they're standing next to him is his 5-year-old son, who is ever quiet, ever peaceful, ever loving, ever compassionate. These two are going to have a showdown. And that's where we begin our katha this evening. All of that was introduction. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamalabhyo Namo Namaha, Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha, Shri Narad Uvach, Ata Daityastuta Sarve Shrutva Tad Anuvarvitam Jagur Nirvadyatanvan Naiva Guru Anushikshatam Bolo Brindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. The teachers, hearing Prahalad speaking the name of the Lord, hearing Prahalad encouraging the other children to chant the name of that Lord. Narayana, Narayana, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. They immediately realize that they would be in trouble if Hiranyakashipu comes to know. And the children, not only that, his positive vibration, his positive energy is encouraging the children to engage in devotion to the Lord as well. And so, they are alarmed to see that this is happening. They quickly decided to take trouble in front before trouble take them. and return to the king and complain about what is happening. It is better the king hears that despite all of our efforts, we are not achieving any breakthrough with this Prahalad. He continues to be an adverse influence to your intentions and your purpose, O king, amongst the children of this ashrama. And so they go to Prahaladji Maharaj and they report to Prahaladji Maharaj that, O king, despite all of our efforts, your son continues to engage in the path of devotion to your enemy, to your sworn enemy. As they report to the king, let us hear. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavaan Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatmunam Kopavesha Chalagatra Putram Hantum Manodate Shipatva Parashaya Vacha Praradham Atad Arhanam Ahikshamana Papena Trishashinina Chakshushaha Prashrayavantanam Dantam Badhajalim Avastitam Sarpapadahata Iva Swasam Prakriti Darunaha Brindavan Bihari Lalaki Jai. On hearing about the activities of his child, Hiranyakashipu gets very angry. And Hiranyakashipu makes a decision that as a parent you're going to find very hard to stomach. Hiranyakashipu decides that his only recourse to this situation, that is his young child, who is blameless, who is guiltless, who is loving, who is loved by all, who is quiet and calm, Hiranyakashipu decides the only way he can deal with this child is through murder, through death. He is going to kill his child. In his mind, he is thinking, this child, Prahalad, for all the efforts I have made to wage enmity with that Lord, for all the efforts of my political stature to rule this world with fear, this child is like a cancer which will go contrary to all of the efforts. And therefore, the way I'm going to deal with it is I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to kill my child. Can you think about it? Can you think about it? You have wonderful children. The thought of even that, you don't even want to put it in your mind. That you yourself, with your own hands, you would inflict harm on your child. It goes against all of the natural laws of the universe. Even amongst the animals do not inflict harm upon their child. The crocodile, the vicious crocodile that is in the water, with the massive jaws that can kill a man. When the mother lays the eggs and the eggs hatch into those hatchlings, that same mouth that can wreak havoc and danger to protect her little young ones, you know where they go and hide? They go and hide within her mouth. They hide within her mouth. And that same vicious, powerful jaw becomes a safety space, and she does not harm any one of those little babes. So even in the animal world, the thought of inflicting harm upon your child doesn't even come there. What you leave. So what sort of behavior is this? And in society today, one has to wonder what sort of negativity, what sort of pressure, what sort of horrors people are living to. I saw today on the social media, they reported that the police had to intervene and take a baby with bruises all over his body to the hospital, and they've retained the mother and father into custody. What sort of negative vibration may be in that household? What sort of trauma or hell may be happening that a parent may be moved towards hatred towards a child? Anger, resentment. How has that come into this world? When have we lost the sense of being able to understand that our purpose, O parents, is not to inflict violence upon your children? First of all, they are not your children. You have been blessed by Bhagavaan to have the blessed opportunity to take care of a child who will be the custodian of the future of tomorrow. Your duty is to be a protector. Your duty is to shower love. Your duty is to perform your responsibilities in such a way that you will nurture a man or woman who will be a blessing to society and not a curse to society. And when you go against that nature, you are committing a dharma. Hiranyakashipu, for no reason, because Prahalad does not see him as an enemy, but he is going to kill his own son. It says that he has made up his mind. And you know why it is sometimes that parents lose this ability to take care of their child? Hiranyakashipu makes up his mind with his son to dispose of his son, to destroy his son, because his limbs were shaking under the impulse of anger. You see, the enemies of ourselves are not people on the outside, but they are actually within us. And one of our enemies is krodha, anger. When it is that you are angry, you should avoid making any decisions, because you are going to make a decision that is not going to augur well for you. 99% of the time, that is his truth. You must not make a decision when you are angry. Anger is a poison. It destroys you and it destroys that which is around you. Some people, when they say that they don't eat on time, they just get angry. The young people just call it hangry. You don't engage in any stressful conversation when it is you're hungry. Because if you're hungry and you're angry, you're going to make enemy. Take a moment. Fill your stomach. Take a moment, take a breath. Calm yourself and then engage in whatever conversation you have to engage in. Don't make any decisions when you're angry. Hiranyakashipu is rage inside. His rage is so bad. His anger is so hard. You ever get vexed so much that you're shaking in anger? I have. Ask the people in Sarangani Hospital. They would tell you many stories. So, Hiranyakashipu is shaking and is vicious in anger. And he makes a decision in his anger that he is going to destroy his son. And then, the first thing he does is that he lets go a barrage of insults on his son. Says the worst things to his son. But his son, Prahalad, little boy, 5 years old, his mind is predisposed towards devotion, and a devotee is ever loving and ever kind and ever compassionate. He puts his hands together and he bows at his father. And even though his father is inflicting so much of negative energy and vibration against him, and looking at him with anger, looking at him with an evil eye, Hiranyakashipu is saying, "Hey Darvinita, oh stupid, wretched person, you are causing havoc and discord within my family. Oh child, you are causing havoc and destruction within my family, and therefore I will dispatch you. I will send you to the abode of Yamraj. I will send you to the abode of death. Because you have chosen to be contrary to the authority that I have stamped on here." Kudasya yasya kampanetasha varaha. By whose authority you dare stand up against me? And undaunted, you want to stand up against me, who, with my anger, whenever I get vexed, all three worlds shake with fear. And you dare stand up against me? By whose authority are you choosing to do something like that? Answer me, O child. Answer me, O child. You tell me what exactly is the reason behind your insubordinate attitude. Prahaladji responds, "Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamalabhyo Namaha. Na kevalam me bhavatasya rajan, savai balam balanam cha parisham, pare vare mi stiraranjamami, brahmadayo ye navasam pranitaha." It's a different meter. The Sanskrit meter is different, so the tune becomes different. Prahalad puts his hand together. His father is raging in anger, but he does not. And look at something here. When somebody vexes with you, how do you respond? Most times when they tell you something, you just get vexed and you just want to tell them back. And then you too will start getting vexed and you will respond, and before you know it, there's a full-out war between two of you all. But Prahaladji, with soft words, with kind words, seeing his father not as an enmity, as an enemy, but rather seeing his father with love, he says, "You ask me, by whose strength am I being willing to stand up against you even though you're angry? Oh Father, I stand up on the strength of that person who is my strength, but he is also your strength. And all powerful beings in this world, he is their strength as well. He by whom all beings, all creatures of this world, whether they are highborn or whether they are low, whether they are little ants or they are Brahmaji himself, they all stand only by his strength. Whether they are quiet like me or whether they are angry like you, it is all his strength. Whether it is from Brahma or from the tiny ant, it is by his strength that we are able to do. Do you remember in the Ramcharitamanas, Ravana asked the same question to Hanumanji when Hanuman came to Lanka. When Hanuman destroyed the Ashok Batika, Ravana said, by whose strength have you been able to do all of this? And Hanumanji says, it is by the name of Ram. I have not done anything on my own, but it is by his name that I have become empowered, that I can jump across the ocean, that I can see that Mother Sita, and that I can do what I have to do in his service. Prahaladji is saying the same thing to Hiranyakashipu. It is by the strength of the Lord. It is by the strength of the Lord. He is my strength. He is your strength. He is everybody's strength. Like Oprah, you get a car, he gets a car, everybody gets a car. You all know that meme? You're too young. It is by the Lord's strength that all of us survive. He is the supreme ruler. He is the mighty time. And he is the embodiment of all powers. Whether it is physical, it is emotional, it is mental. He is the source of all strength and all bravery. He is the controller of this entire universe through the three gunas. He creates this world, he protects this world, and then he dissolves this world through sattva, rajas, and tamas. O King, O Hiranyakashipu, O Father, abandon this demonic disposition of yours and instead keep your mind equipoised, balanced, samatvam. Because when the mind is not able to keep calm, it becomes indeed our enemy, and it will keep us away from engaging with that which is correct and right, which is to pursue the infinite and the absolute Lord of this universe. Some people conquer the four directions. Some people conquer the sky. Some people conquer the ground. Some people conquer all of these things. But there are 6 enemies, which are the 5 senses and the mind, that they have difficulty conquering. They achieve all their conquests in the world, but you see, this body, they cannot conquer what the eyes want, what the ears want, what the nose wants, what the mouth wants, what the hands and feet want to do. They cannot conquer that. They cannot conquer desire, which is driven by the senses, and they cannot conquer their mind, so that they have their control of their mind. Some people think that when it is that that freedom is to do what you want. I want to be free. I want to be able to do what you want. But true freedom is to be able to not do what you want. To have the power over the mind to say, no, we are not going to do this. This is not good for us. We are going to instead control ourselves, and we are going to pursue that which will be our ultimate goal, our shreyas, our benefit. O King, these enemies that are within you, within us, these are the true things that are holding us back. These are the things that we have to conquer. And so, when we conquer our mind, we will be alike and kind to everyone. So, O my King, O my Father, I am not here to make enmity with you. It is by that Lord's strength that I stand before you. It is by that Lord's strength you stand before me. And you are not able to see it because you have not achieved the equipoise or the balance or the calmness of mind. Give away that which is holding you from thinking. Because Hiranyakashipu's enmity of the Lord is coming from anger. He's angry with the Lord for destroying his brother Hiranyaksha. But that anger is clouding him from having a calm disposition. And so he's making the most reckless of decisions. Hiranyakashipu is raging now. He is very angry, listening to Prahalad. And he will respond in kind. But he will respond in kind when we next meet to discuss this katha. Prem se bolo Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. I thank you, and I ask Baba if he would like to share anything this evening. Sitaram. just announcements he wishes to share. On Tuesday coming, which is the 14th, is our Diwali program. We will have puja, we will have kirtan, and we will have a small cultural program as we celebrate the triumph of light over darkness, the triumph of good over evil, and as Prahalad is urging Hiranyakashipu, the triumph over our minds and that which holds us back. Let us take the opportunity to come. Pass the message on to everyone. At this time of year, there is a million different celebrations that are taking place. We encourage you to go to all. But on Tuesday or the 14th, you please come home and you please engage in our small Diwali program. This month of Kartik is a very auspicious time. We ask you to dedicate yourselves to devotion and to sadhana. Diwali is on the 20th, and then subsequent to that, we will continue to have Katha as we move towards Kartik Snan, which is on the 5th of November at Veer's Beach House from as early as 9:30 a.m. We bring an auspicious end to Kartik Snan. Following Kartik Snan on the 29th of November, we have the celebration of the birthday of our Guruji. He is inviting all of you to participate. On the 1st of December, we have Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. Gita Jayanti. We will have a special puja and satsang on that day. Everyone is invited. Please spread the message. And then on the 5th of December is our Veggie for the Children's Fund. If you have not brought in your monies as yet, please ensure that you do. And if you wish to engage with the Veggie and make a contribution, a donation, or purchase tickets, please reach out to Baba and do so. At that point in time, we close for the year. As this time of year, everyone becomes very engaged with many different things. But then we will resume on the 14th of January for Makar Sankranti. With so saying, any other announcements? Let us get ready to close off. We will engage in the Aarti. So I would want to ask everyone, because our numbers are small this evening, let us go directly to Bhagwan Vishnu's Murti. At the base of the Murti is Bhagwan Narasimha and Shaligram. Make sure you do Aarti there. And so we will conclude this evening. Let us join in Bhagavatam Aarti. Jai Jai Bhagavat Bhagavan ki hai aarti, पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती. ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला. ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला. हरि गान यही वरदान यही, हरि गान यही वरदान यही, जग की मंगल की आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती. यह शांति गीत पावन पुनीत श्रापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला. ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत श्रापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला है सुख करनी है दुख हरनी है सुख करनी है दुख हरनी यह मधुसूदन की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती. Let us surrender our hearts and minds to that Lord. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhu cha sakha Tvameva Tvameva vidya dravidam Tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prem se bolo Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Sitaram everyone. Return home safely and we see you on Tuesday for our Diwali celebrations. Sitaram.